the conversations go to die. You just have to nurture them and you have to get them on a call. You have to really show them who you are, what you've got. So have you also played around with any AI tools for this kind of stuff?
I think the AI is important, but I also think like you can't just do AI.
What are some of the mistakes you made when you first started doing cold outreach?
I made a mistake when I was first doing.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Sales Robot Customer of the Week, a new show where we interview the best Sales Robot customers and go deep into their tactics, including tips like personalization and targeting, so that you can take away some tips and implement in your cold outreach starting tomorrow. Today on the show, we have Alicia from Sapient Digital. Welcome to the show, Alicia.
Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate it. And I've really enjoyed using this product. It has helped my business out tremendously.
Awesome. So I didn't tell Alicia to do this, so this is all genuine feedback.
He didn't tell me to say anything. No, I mean, I do appreciate it.
Awesome, awesome. So let's get right into it. What does your business do and how do you guys make money?
Well, we make money in several different areas. So we do everything from authority branding. I do a lot of book publishing. I think that this specific interview is about me reaching out for authority branding. Also something we do. We do the SEO. We do pretty much anything that is going to help you build authority, get more clients, get people in the door so you have people to close. That's what we do. But this is specifically, this interview is more about a campaign I ran on SalesRobot, which was extremely successful. I think I made like probably 60 on it, just on the one campaign.
Awesome.
But yeah, no, it was great. No, I enjoy SalesRobot. It works for me.
Awesome. So what kind of clients do you work with, by the way? Like what industry?
Okay, so industries, I am pretty open, but my main niche is going to be real estate, multifamily. Not so much real estate agents, but multifamily investors, coaches, consultants, all of that. That is more of my niche. And that's why I was using SalesRobot with LinkedIn to save the time and the energy that I needed to get to the right clients.
Awesome. So again, I'll not bury the lead. I'll show the stats. So I just share my screen and show you the campaign. Awesome. So this is the campaign that you ran. I think you started about 9 months back. And
Yes.
these are the statistics. You've got a phenomenal 27% acceptance rate. Average is like 10 to 20%. And then response rate is again 41% almost. Average is 15 to 20. So yeah, again, great job on this campaign, first of all. And then talk me through it. Who were you targeting?
To be honest, like I do a Boolean search because when you're on LinkedIn, you don't really want to reach out to everybody and their mom. You want to go after the clients as your ideal client. So I went after mine, which are authors. Second and third, I went after multifamily because that's one of my niches. And it worked out really well. But honestly, what I did is I just went through the entire process with SalesRobot. Like I went through the email, I went through the text, posting for other people. Liking their posts, liking their profile, doing the warm up and discovery on the back end, which I didn't have to do up front. So I appreciated that. And it worked out well.
So let's look at the actual Boolean search that you did. So you did multifamily, you did real estate, author, speaker, and not best-selling author, not publisher.
No, I want to sell that.
Okay, makes a ton of sense. Okay, so this means you're targeting people who do want to get there, but they're not there yet. They're not best-selling already, they're not a publisher. Okay, this is nice. And then you're targeting second and third degree, owner, partner, So yeah, this is a pretty good list. I think, the list is pretty good.
No, I think so also. I just restarted about 10 minutes before this interview.
Awesome. All right, so let's get into the messaging then. So let's get into your sequence. So talk me through this one. How many steps are you having? Like it's a 7-step sequence. So
well, first of all, you want to view the profile. Like people don't want just the sales outreach all the way. So you want to do look at the profile. They need to be able to see that you're looking at the profile. After that, you need to send the connection request. Also, right behind that, I also thought commenting on their post to think that so it's not just somebody going for the close. So I did all of that. And then I sent an email. If they didn't get back to me, I'm going to send an email. I want okay, hey, by the way. And it was very simple and short and to the point. It was just direct, but I tend to be that way. So that's a good thing. Don't take that as a sales skill. No, it worked out well. And then I think I complimented again on their post. I'm not sure. I have to look back on the screen. I'm not. Yeah. And then afterwards, I endorsed their skills. Yes. No, all of it. And this is all stuff I got through this program.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So one thing I really like about your messaging here is that you're not even trying to say too much. Like your message is literally like 10 to 15 words max. So talk me
Mhm.
through that. Like, how did you decide to go with a short message as opposed to a long one?
Well, because I always think the KISS philosophy works. Keep it simple, stupid.
Mm.
And I feel like you just be direct. I mean, everybody, sorry, I've had more than 30, several times I've had to delete contacts because I have worked LinkedIn so much.
Mm.
I think I'm down to 25. It doesn't matter. But I have found that when people reach out to me and they do these big, I don't have patience for it as a business owner. I don't have time to read. Be straight, be to the point. Make sure you have your target market, and that's what works. Well,
Yeah,
that's what worked for
that
me.
makes sense. I love this question as well because it's so open-ended. It's something you would say to somebody
Yeah,
that's
never ask
working,
yes or no.
yeah, you just
Never ask yes or no. Always open ended. If you ask yes or no, you're gonna get a no.
yeah, yeah. No, I love that. That's a great tip. Let's look at some of your other messages. I just have
Sure.
to do this. Okay.
Yeah.
Then connection, and then is Alicia from LI sent you connect request. Are you interested? Good question because you have the prior background, right? You've done the homework
Mm.
and then you're reaching out with a lot of context. And our AI also says you have a high chance of moderate chance of response. That's pretty good. Awesome. And then the very first message was, would you like to connect? Yeah, people like to connect. So this is again a good message to send. That was pretty good. Do you remember what kind of responses you got to it?
Like I said, I made probably 60 and then some referrals on top of it. So I got a great response. Some of them I was already busy in other contracts because and to be honest, if you're gonna do this and you're gonna have this platform and use it, you need to follow up. Follow up is key. Sorry, I'm a salesman all day long. So that's where I would go. But I wish I would have followed up more. And so I've just redone this campaign again.
Hmm.
And I promise you I'll make another 60 to 100 off of that too.
Yeah, yeah. No, I believe that. No, this makes sense. I think the follow-up is what a lot of people miss because they feel like, hey, I just leave this campaign running and I'll just make dollars. That's not what
No.
happens. What happens is that the conversations go to die, right? You just have to nurture them and you have to get them on a call. You have to really show them who you are, what you've got, and that's
Yeah,
how closes actually happen.
100%. Like, and everything is in the follow up. Always keep it simple, stupid, and always follow up. And if you get no once, you come back 3 or 4 times until they literally hang up on you and they're like, I don't want to talk to you anymore. That's how I roll. And it works.
Yeah.
But you need to be consistent. You just can't take the first night. You just got to keep going.
That I love that. That brings me to my next question. What are some of the mistakes you made when you first started doing cold outreach?
I made a mistake when I was first doing like my Boolean searches. I was doing too broad. I wasn't doing direct Boolean. I was doing, like you saw my Boolean, not a best-selling author, not this, not that. So I wasted a lot of time getting people on the phone, and I had a call every 15 minutes for the entire day, every day of the week. And I wasn't getting because it wasn't my ideal. So I wasn't targeting correctly. And so therefore I was wasting my time when people either couldn't afford my services, didn't want my services, or just really weren't in the position, or I just wasn't searching for it right on LinkedIn.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, on to my final question then. What are some of
Sure.
the things you're excited about trying to improve your cold outreach further?
Well, I'm excited right now because we have just moved Inside Authority, which is the company I've had for 10 years, with Sapient Digital, which has a lot more options with, everything else with digital marketing. But I'm excited to test them both and to see if the short and sweet approach that I use is more effective than like the long drawn out stuff that I get on my email all the time, because it's not effective for me. I just don't know how it is. So I'm excited about that. I'm excited to see, like, okay, if I'm short and sweet and to the point and not wasting your time, you like it, you don't like it, we're together, we're not together. That's it. Or if you have to do the whole long, and I do understand building relationships is important. It is 100%, because people only do spend money with people they trust. So they have to be able to trust you, if that makes sense. So I'm excited to see the difference on my old sales skills and my new sales on the cold email. And I would like to know, honestly, like what my ideal client wants to know. Like, do they want a long-term relationship or they just want the job done?
Makes sense. Have you also played around with any AI tools for this kind of stuff, like copywriting, long copy, or no? What is your take on that?
I think the AI is important. I do, but I also think like you can't just do AI. You have to have it accompanied by a personal touch. AI is not going to give you the emotion, or just like news checking, just like everything that you do in this type of industry, you have to have you can't expect a computer to do everything for you. You have to have a personal touch and you have to read through it. You just can't ChatGPT, give me an article about A, B, and C. No,
Yeah.
that's not going to, you're just creating, can I say BS? BS
You can swear
backlinks.
on the podcast.
that are- BS backlinks that are not going to get you anything. So you need to put a personal touch and find something to make people engage. So I'm interested and I'm excited about figuring out the differences. I mean, I know the differences, but I'm testing it hard.
Awesome, Alicia. So that is all the time we had today on the podcast. Thank you again so much for making the time. For people who do want to connect with you, where can they find you?
Sure. You can go to Sapient, SAPIENT, digital.io, or you can literally reach out to me with A. Williams at sapientdigital.io. I will also give my cell phone number. I'm fine with that because I pretty much only work. You can reach me out personally. Text me first because if I don't recognize the number, I probably won't answer.
Awesome.
But I'll respond.
We'll put that in the show notes. Again, I really enjoyed talking to you today, Alicia, and we wish you all the best of future campaigns.
Thank you. I appreciate the service and I appreciate the platform. It's really helped me save time.